It's Madden NFL 23. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikes and the Niners under the lights on Sunday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's 2nd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion gets him just a yard. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. To throw is Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
On first down, Purdy.
And the grab by Croft. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Purdy now to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Juwan Jennings.
56 yards.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon
Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive.
Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So what you got?
First down, here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Purdy. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Looking deep for Jennings. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead. And they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being it.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the right challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action now. Cousins. And that is incomplete here. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Holding. Offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Cousins now. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. Taken down at the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Cousins. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it, show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, it's Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Purdy. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Purdy to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Purdy. Eluding the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try the middle with Cook. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Cousins is going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.